It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And it is Magic basketball tonight as the Orlando Magic go up against the Boston Celtics in Boston. Looking at Boston, they'll be up for this game, facing the team that defeated them in the conference semis last season. This is one they've been waiting for. It has been an interesting ride thus far. Kenny, some teams really improving after a sluggish start.
Yeah, well, credit to people running those franchises. Always look to improve. That's what you have to do if you're a franchise head. You can't just sit back and say, hey, we're going to accept this mediocrity.
No matter what you do.
No question.
No, the season's a marathon, not a sprint.
Oh, let me write that one down.
Just
Hold
keep
on.
trusting
The
yourself.
season is a marathon,
Not a sprint.
not a sprint.
And then make sure you put Shaq Stradamus.
Shaq Stradamus.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, Hall of Fame sideline reporter is David Aldrich, and we're happy to have with us one of the great two-way players in the history of the game, Kevin Garnett. KG, welcome.
Thank you.
How's that headset feel? Feel pretty good?
Man, this is, hey, I never knew, Kev. This is a great fit, bro.
It's not too bad.
Is this mine?
Yeah, it's yours. You look good in it.
Thank you, bro.
So for the Celtics, their last game, a loss to Miami. And boy, they really got humiliated at home. They got flat out dominated in that game, guys.
Well, listen, I've seen worse performances offensively, but no doubt that group was inconsistent.
They would look like they had it figured out and take a couple bad shots and be right back to where they started.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And so in the game for the Magic, money out there with Cook. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Knight in at the 3 slot.
Yeah, talk about the characteristics needed to be a winner in this league.
Appetite. How much do you want this? Can you push through that pain right there? Are you going to dive on the floor? You're going to do the small things. You know, you're going to double down. You're going to be in the spot where you're supposed to when you're supposed to be there. You know my bad. You know, all this goes into winning. And then you need a little luck. You do. And you need an appetite. You need 15 guys that's willing to push through anything at any moment. That's the difficult part of winning.
On the same page.
On the same page, all 15 thinking the same thing.
That sounds daunting.
Listen, people think that, oh man, why can't you have 15? Because it's 15 guys thinking 15 totally different things. And that's the difficult part of being a coach. That's what I'm saying. Being a coach is one of the hardest things to be, because you got to take 15 perspectives and get them all on one and then go forward with the same velocity like you want to. Trust me.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That's good from McGee. And he makes both free throws.
He's so confident, so self-assured on every free throw he takes.
Here's Money, guarded by McGee, over to the left wing. Pass to Cook. Here's Money. That's it, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Dishes it to Vucevic. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. And there's the pass to McGee. It's intercepted.
Intelligent defense. Reads the play. Oh, wonderful vision. I mean, Love could have taken it himself, but has the eyes and the desire to make plays for others.
And that was an Unleashed Chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim. Kramer, he's guarded by Love. Takes it to Vucevic. Over Thompson. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Teams value the three so much nowadays. Let's check out the best at it. Number one, the Magic. Fifth on the list, the Celtics.
And the shooting display both these teams have put on this season has been remarkable. I mean, there are just three-point shooters all over the floor.
Kramer, he's guarded by Love. Inside, here's Knight, and Knight slams it in.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Fellas, that's just like it's supposed to work. Don't give the D a chance to set up.
And Doc Rivers, your coach with the Celtics, such a great leader, brought your team together. Talk about that.
He brought us the belief from Mbutu and bringing all of us together, and that you give yourself for the greater of the group. And everybody bought into that. And when you hear about from Miami when Pat Riley had all those guys give something to the pot and giving yourself to something. And when you think about what team is, all these great coaches, these great minds, these great philosophers, it all surrounds that whole little philosophy right there, giving yourself to be able to get something and gain something.
Very interesting.
Very, very interesting. But a true philosophy of winning.
And the Celtics making a change here. Morris is checked in. The Orlando Magic come into this one after the win against Cleveland. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Olber.
Earlier I spoke with Grant Stevens. It's the first matchup of the season against this team, and he knows that they have great shot blocking. But he did say we've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack. Put the bigs in high pick-and-roll situations and shoot the jumper with confidence. They feel that's the key, Kevin.
David thinks sounds like he's prepped his guys on how to handle this opposing defense.
And no surprise there, because they're facing a team that can win games with its defense. They are an aggressive bunch from the start.
Well, look, you can play with pace, you can play with speed, and still be patient. And that's what this team is going to have to do against this aggressive D. They can't force things. They've got to play smart and in control.
Pass to Vucevic. To the middle. Lakic. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Kevin Love. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. First in rebounding, third in shooting percentage, and don't forget top 5 in the league in points per game. He's a premier offensive threat night in and night out.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds, what a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. Out to the right wing. Morris looking over the floor. To the paint. It's tipped. And the turnover again by Boston. And it's Cook with the ball for Orlando. Passes it to Money. Thompson, high post. There's the pass to Money. Here's the three. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's 13 points for Money. In KG, as many points as you scored in your career, how much pride did you take in your defensive play?
You know, I like to think that it's respected. You know, I didn't play. I like to think that when I got to Boston, I made more of a added effort to play defense. You know, in Minnesota, I had such a responsibility on the offensive side that you don't ever save yourself. You don't save yourself in anything, but I would have to find ways of when I come out of the game, you know, immediate ice stuff, you know, stuff that I could use to try to, you know, get any type of rest. I know Flip was going to use me in 2 or 3 minute segments, so I would probably have 3 to 4 minutes of rest and then have to get right back out. But when I got to Boston, obviously we had a deeper team, a better team, and Doc Rose did a great job. I felt like of listening to me. I was listening to my body, but more importantly, we have offensive scorers. I wanted to be more of the head of our defense. I wanted to be the one to be talking. Rondo and I had an immediate chemistry with that. It was something that it was natural between the two of us, and I think everybody else followed. Tips threw some schemes on top of some of the stuff that we was able to bring. Doc was open to some of the different ideas, scheme-wise, and the rest is history. And next thing you know, Cleveland is running out stuff. LeBron goes to Miami now. Miami's running out stuff. Right, next thing you know, Miami beats us with our stuff. It's evolution. It's evolution. It's evolution, man. If I sit here and go through it and you sit back and go and watch it, you're like, holy snap. Wow, it's the same look. They're bringing the guy over, post up. Yeah, so, you know, shout to everybody and that's innovative and bringing that defense and shout to Tibbs. Right.
Cook, the pass to Money. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Right off the opening tip, they've been relentless. And this style of play can be hard to come back against.
Kramer, he's covered by Thompson. To the middle. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Orlando leading by 14. Money passes to Thompson. That one good for 2. Thompson's got 5.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And Kevin, your time with the Celtics, you had the big 3. Big 4, even when you consider Rajon Rondo. There had to be a leader. I know you guys all deferred to Paul because he was there.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing about it, though. We all shared in different types of leadership. Paul Pierce was a great leader in all that what you possess. I was more vocal, more energetic. Ray was more wise and more of a wording and understanding of concept and what we were all there for and constantly reminding, you know, not to say that you didn't have some young ones buck back or whatever. It's part of it. And that whole thing, we're all learning something. We're all adjoining. We're all sinking each other, good and bad. We're learning how to talk through things. Things that, you know what, you use in your everyday life. Things that we use in our locker room, we were able to take out of our own and use in our everyday life and communicate better and not be frustrated and let you go and hear your point and then hear it from your side. A lot of good points in what we did, man. Seriously, seriously.
Life things, too.
True growth. True growth when you really think about it, you know? True growth. Amazing.
Celtics trail by 18. Knocks it loose. Pass to Ryan. Drops in the layup for 2.
You can't lay that pass in there any better.
Orlando's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Here's Money. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Gilbert, he's guarded by Knight. Goes up the baseline. Thompson with the rebound. Magic leading by 16. Feeds it to Knight. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Passes to Ryan. To the paint.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Here's Money, 17 points in the game. Missed it, and that drops him to just 89% from the floor. 8 for 9. The pass to Ryan. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And that nickname, the Big Ticket, it stuck, and it certainly fit. KG, you were the Big Ticket.
Lord knows I owe you for that one, man.
You were the Big Ticket.
Where'd you get that from, man?
You know, I don't even know.
Man, listen.
Do you have all the nicknames you have, and you've got some,
yes.
But did you like that as well as any of that?
Listen, it has morphed now. I am the ticket.
The ticket, yeah, right.
My friends come to me and they ask me, Teron Lou, he don't call me. He hasn't called me Kevin since you've been calling me the Big Ticket. Everybody calls me Ticket.
How about that?
All the young guys, I don't even think they know my name. There's no Ticket. Ticket, hey, Tick. Right, so that's what it is.
You're the Big Ticket still. Here's Money. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Gilbert. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the inside. Love can't hit. Celtics trail by 14. Gilbert passes to Ryan. 13 feet away. Got a piece of it. Here's Money. 17 points in the game. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Love.
Terrific effort by Love. I mean, he's been showing us this since high school. I mean, the combination of rebounding and scoring ability.
Pass to Ryan. Here is Cook. He had 19 points in the win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
It wasn't all about himself. He also did a great job at creating for his teammates. So many assists tonight.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Yeah, you gotta love it. Everything's working. Offense, defense, already a big lead.
Down low, here's Ryan. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8. Shooting 50% so far.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Money passes to Love. Buries it down low. Love's got 6.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You gotta love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
Well, it's the shot selection. That's been a positive for them thus far and a negative for their opponent.
Magic moving the ball around. Knight wide open. Net balls. Big assist by Love. He's got 7.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Thompson against Vucevic. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
All right, a chance to look at stats for Knight. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. Putting up about 24 points per, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every symphony needs a conductor. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
Here's Love. Tries again. And deep. Knight drops it in.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
The Celtics have gone 7 of 15 from the field at this point. Inside to stop the run. And he sinks the layup.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Money. He's got 17. Boom, he jams it straight down.
He's put on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. The Celtics have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. And it's Vucevic missing.
Aggressive move to the bucket, and the D is ready for it.
Oh, goodness. Wow. Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Passes it to Ryan. A 3-ball. No good on that one. And so it's the Orlando Magic holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We come back right after this.
To suppress that story. All this as we now hear from Hunter's ex-business partner who calls the former VP's denials of involvement.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Guys, we've seen the Magic really take control here.
I mean, a huge lead, and already after this first quarter, they're starting to make it look easy.
I love it. They have the track shoes on. Right off the tip, they were in full attack mode. This offense is really churning.
On the court for Orlando, they've got Tristan Thompson, Cook out there with money. Then there's Kevin Love, and it's Knight in at the small forward position. And Boston has possession. Here's Knox. And Kevin, going back to your title team with the Celtics, do you think you realized at that time how special it was?
If I knew what I knew now, I would have tried to bottle.
Yeah, I know.
I would have tried to bottle as much as I could. Doc knew it. Doc Rivers knew it.
He did. He did know it. Yes.
Doc Rivers knew it, and he knew it day one, and he knew that if we was going to be committed, we had to be the leaders of the commitment. It was going to be hard on the three of us. He was going to be very tough, but it made us who we are and pushed us to another level.
It was like he was the perfect coach at the perfect time, the perfect precinct, right?
Seriously, man, because a lot of people, go to Phil and his style and how it worked for him, Michael and Scotty and that three with Rodman and then him transferring and going to LA, doing that with Cove and Shaq and making that a dynasty. Doc Rivers had a whole nother style, and it was like a Chuck Daly kind of style. It was a bar kind of very, very firm, very physical, but in your face with class. We're going to knock you down, we ain't going to help you out, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
We're going to share the ball on offense, we're going to move it, we're going to have multiple players, we're going to attack for 48 minutes. Look, this is how we're going to play this game. He had a real style that was similar to some of those Detroit, some of those more tougher teams that you hear. That's the style that we practice with and we play with.
It showed. I mean, they had that. And just like historically good.
Lobbed up there for Love. Here's Money, guarded by McGee.
And he has his fingerprint all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Hayward dishes to McGee. From 13 feet, it goes down. McGee's got 4 points in the quarter.
I mean, he's out there on an island all by himself. I mean, good job to stay cool and drink.
To the middle, here's Thompson. That's it, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. McGee up top. He's got 6.
That is not possible. What we just... Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Here's Money. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now a timeout called by Boston. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
Yeah, plenty of familiarity in this matchup. Last season, they were knocked out of the playoffs by this club.
Said that 18-year-olds should be able to enter the NBA draft. If you had a son that was good enough to be drafted, had a chance to go play at a big-time college basketball program, Do you feel any differently? Or do you probably take that same approach?
You know, every situation is different.
I know it.
And then I would like to think that whatever his appetite and whatever I felt like he was prepared to be ready for. You know, none of it's easy and it's going to be hard either way. I would just look to take advantage of opportunities versus having to stop and go other place. If I can go straight to somewhere versus having to stop, I'm going to go straight to the destination. I'm not going to stop.
And maybe trust the example that you've set for him for those 18 years at home being under your roof.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And being able to say that I had you under my roof, I basically trained you for this moment here. And then now it's up to the individual, you know, take him to the water, here's your opportunity, what you going to do with it.
And so Cook nails both of them. The Celtics have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. And the wide open shot from Morris. And the 3 off target. Here's Money. Here's Knight. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket. Knight's got 11 points.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
It's all clicking for him right now. I mean, they got to body him up better than that.
Nice ball movement by Boston. And here's the fast break. Cook leading the way. Trying to get open is Thompson. Cook, good. Cook's got 6 here in this quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Kramer, he's covered by Thompson. Morris outside. A floater to stop the run. He takes it up and brings it in. Knox has got his first basket of the night.
Look at this. I like this team basketball. Keeping the ball moving until they find the right shot.
Money passes to Thompson. Love looking around to the right side. Here's Money, covered by Morris. Hits the three-point bomb. Money's got 28. Kevin, can you be great playing NBA basketball and not love to play the game of basketball?
I think it helps, man. You know, to love something is to do it with that love, to do it with that passion, to do it with that effort. You know, I can remember when my grandmother and me being there cooking with my aunt, and they would be in there singing, and they'd be dancing, they'd be tasting, and there'd be mixing, great memories, and you know, and you would come in there, and it was just a good time, and that energy and that spirit, if you will, or that vibration, whatever was in her cooking, and when you taste her food, it was magical. So how wonderful. I like to think that when you play, or when you practice, or whatever you're doing with that love and that passion, with that appetite, with that whatever's in your mind, or whatever that picture is that you're chasing, you're doing it with that passion, that I'm loving what I'm doing. And when you do it with that passion, it shows. It's radiant. And people see it for what it is, straight up.
Kramer, he's guarded by Love. Pass to Vucevic. Over Cook. Boston, no good that time either. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's touched by Love. And a look at the locations on the floor where he's been shooting the ball.
And this is the kind of performance that everyone talks about seeing in person. The way he's attacked the defense with no hesitation. The tough shots he's taken and made, just a masterpiece. When he gets it going, he can put up some big numbers.
And stolen by Love. And here's the break. Here's Money. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And Love does his best to come up with steals. He has active hands. You got to be cautious around him.
The Magic have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Boston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And that's a foul called on Money. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, he's not happy to pick up a second foul. This early in the game, he's got to be careful now.
Vucevic, the pass to Knox. Back to Vucevic. And there's the pass to Knox.
They're really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
They're going up against the big run, trying to mount one of your own. I mean, it's exhausting. It takes a tremendous amount of energy here.
Boston making a switch here. The Celtics have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all total. Kicks to Morris. Pass to Vucevic. Got a piece of it. Here's Money, covered by...
Tell us how you really feel about that finish. Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg, believe me. But confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself.
That is not possible. What we just... Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Celtics shooting 44% from the field in the second. Passes it to Gilbert. He kicks it to Vucevic. They need this one. It's hauled in by the Magic. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
I tell you what, how efficient they were at scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
A good poise led to good shot selection, and that was the key to maximizing their opportunities.
Here's Markov. Love grabs the board. Love's got his 5th rebound in this one. From deep three-point range, offensive rebound, and there's Thompson putting it right back in.
Look, Thompson's getting after it. A highly skilled offensive rebounder. He crashes with power.
The Celtics shooting around 41% on the night. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Oh, nice there. Getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. A 3 from Morris. Love grabs the board. Love's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. For Orlando, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. And the first one at the line is good.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Well, finally, he's getting himself to the line. He got much more aggressive as the game's going on.
Boston again missing. Orlando's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Here's Money. Trying to get open at night. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Just increasing their advantage. And right now, they're in a zone on both ends.
Oh, that's why you see them flexing a little bit. They're feeling good about how they dominate.
The Magic shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. Knocked loose. Teardrop shot, and Thompson sends it back.
But Thompson is a more than capable defender. He has excellent length, and he uses that to swat away shots. Wow. Wasted possession. Thanks to what should have been a simple pass.
The Celtics making a switch here. McGee's checked in. Here's Money, guarded by McGee. They get the rebound, and it's Thompson with the jam. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 13 rebounds.
This is what Thompson wants every time. He wants to get near the rim and try to throw it down.
And McGee kicks to Craig. Here's Ryan. That one's off, still out of sync.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Love the pass to Money. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
Look, I love how Thompson keeps his eyes on the basket. Even while getting hit, he muscles through it all.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Gordon Hayward's checked in for the Celtics. That free throw good from Thompson. And here's McGee. 6 points for him. To the middle. Here's Hayward. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
A moment here to look at the numbers for Money. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. First in scoring, first in assists, and he's first in the league in steals per game. Just an incredibly aggressive and tenacious defender.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. #1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
And with Hayward, you get a little bit of everything. The scoring, the passing, the rebound, you know. I mean, an all-around threat.
Hayward hits them both. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. The pass to Money. Back to Cook. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays with it.
The Celtics shooting poorly, just 35% so far. McGee up top. His last outing, he had 8 points. Thompson with the rebound.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Pass to Money. Lobbed up there for Love. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Ryan. Boston getting another chance here. Craig can't get it to go. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Here's Money, guarded by McGee. .151 left in the second quarter. Here's the lob to the hoop, and Thompson throws it down.
Look, it's all about Thompson's vertical. He jumps up fast to make sure he taps in on that alley-oop.
And it's the Celtics ball. And McGee kicks to Craig. Back to McGee. And it's in there. McGee's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
He played a very solid first quarter. Now he's taking it up a notch here in the second.
KG, I want to give you a special thanks for joining us, helping us with the call tonight. You always have a seat at this table to broadcast any of our games.
Oh, man, thank you, man. I appreciate you letting me come through, man. It was an honor, man, seriously.
We'll do it again soon.
Let me know, man.
That's KG. That's the great Kevin Garnett.
My dog.
You know, Chris, is interesting. Kevin Garnett was so impactful on the court as a player. Is it possible that he could have a similar level of impact in a broadcast setting?
Well, Kevin is my boy, so I believe definitely he can do whatever he puts his mind to. You know, Kevin is a hard worker, and he knows in anything in life, you know, when you have to be a rookie, work hard, learn the game, and then do your thing. I'm sure he'll be all right.
.46 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
Here's Love. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Craig kicks to McGee. Pass to Knox. and stolen by Knight. And now Orlando on the break. Here's Money. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
And so it's the Orlando Magic enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Out in front at the half is Orlando. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what's your take?
Well, the best part of their performance has been their offensive rebounding. So often it's overlooked, but you get 2 quality shots because of your effort. That is the difference in the game. I love the way they're battling and getting all those putbacks. They keep that up, game over.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert. Barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half. Start a fight, throw some bowls. Let's go.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Money.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play, that's impressive.
Well, it comes down to talent, it comes down to hustle. He's shown both in a big way so far.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Boston shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. NBA rosters are turning over faster, it seems, these days. Chris, how much do former teammates know about defending one another? Or is it a non-issue?
Oh, no, it's more than non-issue, Kevin. You were right in your assumption that, listen, the former teammates, they have a little more inside information. And you know why it matters? Because every day after practice, you know, the first thing guys do after they get their water, they play one-on-one. So you understand guys' tendencies, you learn how they get into a rhythm. We're all creatures of habit. Let's remember what Kevin Durant did. Remember how he came down on the same end of the floor in the finals and hit the same tough shot over the extended hand that he did? Well, if you notice, he did that on his crossover, that right to left setup. And so if you know him, you may know that he's going to do that. And also, you may know that he has a counter just in case. It allows you to keep your hand out the cookie jar, not to gamble. It gives you an educated guess on maybe what some of the greatest offensive players in the world are going to go to next to get that bucket. Any piece of information matters. And yeah, you can practice against him. That's a good thing.
On the court for Orlando, Cook out there with Money. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's Thompson. And it's Knight into the small forward.
That's just remarkable timing from Love, knowing when to jump high for the alley-oop.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Hammock. McGee with it. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Passes it to Knox. Here's Kramer, and he banks in the layup.
Too many inches being given up in that matchup. I mean, he's got no chance of putting a stop to that layup.
Orlando's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Inside, another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Chipped away, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. These are the top distributors of the basketball for the last 10 games, as shown on the 2K leaderboard. Well, you look at money, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
Knox the pass to McGee. Ball's knocked loose. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Pushing it up. Lets it go from 14. And there the Magic with another bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
One-on-one fast break. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one on Vucevic.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clear.
The Magic had put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. That one is no good. Trying to get open is Thompson. Kept alive. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you don't think Thompson is outstanding at using his body? Look at this, a muscular presence who picks up fouls well.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here. No good on the free throw. Boston making a switch here. Morris is checked in. And he sinks the second.
Now, we've all seen this guy's development. Thompson has proven to be a valuable role player. He's exceptional at tracking down rebounds and a more than capable defender.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Boston making a switch here. Morris outside. They get a hand on it. And now Orlando on the break. Here's Knight, and Knight slams it in.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now Morris. He averages about 5 points a game. See, Red, there are guys that bring it every night. It doesn't depend on a game or a teammate or a play or whatever. Every night they bring it out. Great consistency. I know you have a lot of players that you admire in that regard.
Definitely, I admire their pride, their heart, their attention to detail, passion for the game. The Kawhi Leonards, the Chris Pauls, LeBron James, of course, Kevin Durant. So many players put their heart on the line every night. You love seeing that.
And the Celtics making a change here. Armstrong's checked in. And Morris drops them both. As the Magic with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. Lobbed up there for Love. Hammers the alley-oop crew.
So engaged on offense. All night, Love has been attacking and putting up big numbers because of it.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And that's a foul called on Money. That's his third foul of the game.
And still
And I think that's a good point. I want to play this back and share this quote. This is from a misinformation expert.
early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Celtics making a switch here. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Morris passes to Armstrong. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Armstrong's got his second bucket of the night.
Those passes into the paint have to be precise, just like that.
And there's the feed to Thompson. Down low and stolen by Knight. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop.
Look at Thompson run the court, showing great athleticism in the open floor.
Celtics have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for the Celtics.
And their guards really have done what they could to keep it close. What little offense they've been able to generate has come from the backcourt. They just need a little more balance.
And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Baseline jumper, the shot, no good. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Here's Money. And a big-time jam right there.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
Yeah, they've come out of the break with an eye toward efficiency. One of the advantages they hold in this game.
Morris outside. The shot comes out. And it's Orlando's ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Down low. Here's Love. Trying to get open is Thompson. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Here's Gilbert. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Yeah, I'm surprised that D isn't respecting his mid-range game more. They ought to be. I bet you they will be soon.
Here's Money. Another bucket. Wow.
My goodness. 50 for the 8.
Yep, he is putting on a show. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Now the pass to Gilbert. A floater. Rebound by the Magic. Money's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Wow, he's really been dragging them down tonight.
Connects again.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. The Celtics shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Dang, that's his 4th foul. Now he's going to have to be careful. Still a little ways to go and only 2 fouls to spare.
And both free throws good for Armstrong.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Here's Money. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
And that's his play they'll run.
It's smelling like a megaphone in the coupe, going into an extra zone in the booth, flowing into the headphones, a microphone in the news. Poems approve, I'm the best to ever put reps on the metronome in the loop. All I can do is turn your sister to my all-night masseuse. Zone in the goo, this is my moment of truth. Can I rock it?